Proteinuria getting worse. Avoid these 8 kidney-damaging foods. Health Aura. Know it right. Live it light. Have you ever stopped to think about what your kidneys are doing for you right now at this very moment? Probably not. After all, they work quietly in the background, never demanding attention like your heart or stomach. But here's the thing. Your kidneys are 2 of the hardest working organs in your body, filtering nearly 50 gallons of blood each day. They remove waste balance fluids, regulate electrolytes, and keep your internal systems in harmony. They're your silent guardians, your hidden heroes. But what if I told you that while you're going about your day, your kidneys could already be under attack, and not by some rare disease or toxic exposure, but by foods you might eat every single day? Yes, it sounds surprising, but the truth is certain everyday foods could be quietly damaging your kidneys, especially if you've already been diagnosed with proteinuria, a condition where excess protein leaks into your urine, signaling that your kidneys are struggling. And that's where this conversation becomes critical. Chronic kidney disease (CKD) is often called the silent killer because it creeps in with little to no symptoms. By the time you feel something's wrong, the damage may already be severe, or even irreversible. But here's the good news. There's power in knowledge, and today we're turning the lights on. We're going to uncover the 10 everyday foods that may be accelerating kidney damage. Foods that seem harmless, but could be silently fueling decline. These aren't fringe theories. Every tip here is backed by research, fact-checked and reviewed by health experts. So whether you're managing proteinuria, concerned about your kidney health, or simply want to make smarter food choices, this could be a game changer. And remember, Health Aura. Know it right. Live it light. Because when you understand what's happening inside your body, you can take the right steps to protect it. Stay with me till the end. Your kidneys deserve it. 1. Spinach, the healthy green that could secretly be harming your kidneys. You've probably heard it all your life. Eat your greens, especially spinach. It's the poster child for health, celebrated in smoothies, salads, and every wellness blog you can think of. But here's the twist. What if this nutrient-packed leafy green, hailed as a superfood, is quietly sabotaging your kidney health? It sounds counterintuitive, even shocking. But for those dealing with kidney issues, especially proteinuria, or chronic kidney disease, CKD, spinach might not be your ally. It could be your hidden enemy. Let's unpack why. Spinach is rich in antioxidants, fiber, iron, and essential vitamins like A, C, and K. But what many people don't realize is that spinach is also extremely high in oxalates, natural compounds that bind to calcium in your body. When this happens, something dangerous forms, sharp, jagged crystals that can lodge themselves in your kidneys, eventually developing into kidney stones. These aren't just painful, they can scar your urinary tract, disrupt kidney function, and pave the path to long-term damage. And it doesn't stop there. Spinach is also loaded with potassium. For a healthy person, potassium helps regulate muscle movement and heart rhythms. But if your kidneys are compromised, as is the case in CKD or proteinuria, they struggle to filter excess potassium from the blood. The result? A condition called hyperkalemia. Symptoms include muscle weakness, an irregular heartbeat, or in extreme cases, sudden cardiac arrest. Still think spinach is harmless. Here's the real kicker spinach hides in plain sight. It's blended into detox drinks, tossed into every green goddess salad, and served as a health booster in countless meals. People with kidney issues often don't realize they're overloading on oxalates and potassium, thinking they're making the healthiest choice possible. But there are better options. For gentler kidney-friendly greens, try kale or arugula. They provide vitamins without the oxalate overload. Carrots are another smart alternative, rich in vitamin A and easy on your potassium levels. If you truly can't give up spinach, here's a helpful tip: boil it. Cooking spinach can cut its oxalate content by up to 40%, making it a slightly safer choice, though moderation is still key. Your kidneys are resilient, but they need your support. And when it comes to food, the difference between harm and healing often lies in the details. This content is essential to be universal in the nursing home and the clinic because kidney health isn't just a personal issue, it's a public one. Remember, even the most celebrated superfoods aren't one-size-fits-all. Listen to your body, honor your kidneys, and choose wisely. 2. Sweet potatoes, the superfood that could secretly strain your kidneys. At first glance, sweet potatoes seem like the perfect food, vibrant, rich in fiber, packed with vitamins, and brimming with antioxidants. They've earned their place as a favorite among health enthusiasts, often praised as a more nutritious swap for regular white potatoes. But when it comes to kidney health, especially for those dealing with proteinuria or chronic kidney disease, CKD sweet potatoes may not be the guilt-free superfood they appear to be. The hidden issue: potassium, and lots of it. While potassium is crucial for supporting healthy muscle function, nerve signaling, and fluid balance, too much of it can spell serious trouble for compromised kidneys. When your kidneys are functioning well, they filter excess potassium out of the bloodstream with ease. But if they're damaged or under stress, this process slows down, causing potassium to build up in the blood, a condition known as hyperkalemia. And hyperkalemia isn't just a technical term. It can trigger symptoms like muscle weakness, fatigue, irregular heart rhythms, and in severe cases even sudden cardiac arrest. But the story doesn't end there. Sweet potatoes, like spinach, are also high in oxalates compounds that bind with calcium and can contribute to the formation of kidney stones. So if you're already at risk, every serving of sweet potato could be compounding the damage silently. That doesn't mean you have to say goodbye to sweet potatoes forever. If you love them, there's a safer way to enjoy them. Slice them thin, soak them in water for at least 2 hours, and boil them thoroughly. This simple process helps draw out some of the excess potassium, making them slightly easier on the kidneys, though moderation is still essential. And beware of processed versions. Sweet potato fries, chips, or canned varieties are often drenched in sodium and unhealthy fats. High sodium levels put extra pressure on your kidneys, raising your blood pressure and accelerating the damage. It's like hitting your kidneys from both sides: potassium overload on one hand, sodium stress on the other. If you're craving something starchy but need a kidney-friendly option, consider butternut squash or mashed chayote. They offer comforting texture and flavor without the mineral burden. Ultimately, it's about understanding your body's needs and making choices that support your healing, not hinder it. Because even so-called superfoods aren't super for everyone, especially when your kidneys are already waving the red flag. 3. Rice, the comforting staple that may be quietly wearing down your kidneys. It's warm. It's familiar. It's on millions of plates around the world every single day. Rice is more than just food for many. It's a daily comfort, a tradition, a symbol of nourishment. Whether it's white brown jasmine or that organic variety you picked up with good intentions, rice often feels like a safe, healthy choice. But what if this everyday grain, so often served with love, is silently working against your kidneys? It sounds unbelievable, but the danger lies in something you can't taste, see, or smell: arsenic. A toxic heavy metal that naturally accumulates in rice through water and soil contamination. Arsenic finds its way into rice more easily than into almost any other crop. That's because rice plants are incredibly efficient at drawing arsenic from their growing environment, more than wheat, more than oats, more than corn. Over time, even small daily exposures to arsenic can add up in your system. And for individuals already managing proteinuria or chronic kidney disease, CKD, this buildup puts even more pressure on kidneys that are already struggling. Research has shown a direct link between long-term arsenic exposure and increased protein leakage in the urine, a clear sign of kidney dysfunction, as well as a higher risk for both acute and chronic renal failure. And the risks aren't limited to adults. Children with their lower body weight and developing kidneys are especially vulnerable. The same rice-based cereal or puffed snack that seems so harmless could over time deliver toxic levels of arsenic to a young body. This content is essential to be universal in the nursing home and the clinic, where both the elderly and the very young need extra protection. But here's the good news. You don't have to give up rice entirely. Just learn to outsmart the danger. Start by choosing your rice wisely. White basmati rice from California. India or Pakistan has been shown to contain lower arsenic levels than brown rice or rice grown in other regions. And yes, while brown rice is higher in fiber, it also absorbs more arsenic from the soil. Next, cook your rice differently. Rinse it thoroughly and use a 6:1 water-to-rice ratio, boiling it like pasta, and draining the excess water afterward. This simple trick can reduce arsenic levels by up to 60%. Still, if your kidney health is already compromised, consider mixing things up. Quinoa, barley, and buckwheat are not only lower in arsenic, but they're rich in plant protein, fiber, and minerals that nourish your body without placing extra stress on your kidneys. Rice may comfort your soul, but it's your kidneys you need to protect. The smallest shifts in your daily habits can lead to the biggest gains in your long-term health. 4. Butter. The creamy comfort that could secretly harm your kidneys. It's warm, it's rich, it's nostalgic. A golden pat melting on morning toast folded into creamy mashed potatoes or stirred into baked goods straight from the oven. Butter has a way of making everything feel indulgent and satisfying. But here's the hidden truth. What feels like comfort to your taste buds may be chaos for your kidneys, especially if you're dealing with proteinuria or chronic kidney disease. CKD butter could be silently undermining your health one bite at a time. What's the problem really? It starts with saturated fats and cholesterol. Butter is brimming with both, and while that creamy texture might feel luxurious, These fats don't just sit quietly in your body. They contribute to the buildup of plaque in your arteries, driving up your blood pressure, one of the leading causes of kidney damage. And when blood pressure rises, your kidneys are forced to work harder, placing strain on their delicate filtration system. Over time, this pressure can worsen protein leakage into your urine, accelerating the progression of kidney disease. But that's only part of the story. Most butter found in kitchens today is salted, meaning it comes with a generous dose of sodium, a mineral that, when consumed in excess, causes fluid retention, bloating, and even more blood pressure spikes. This creates a dangerous loop. The more sodium you eat, the harder your kidneys must work, leading to swelling, fatigue, and faster deterioration of kidney function. And the danger doesn't stop at natural butter. Processed butter spreads those light or low-fat varieties that promise health on the label, often come loaded with preservatives, artificial flavorings, and even trans fats. These additives fuel inflammation, disrupt hormone balance, and put an added burden on kidneys already struggling to keep up. So, what's the solution? You don't have to eliminate butter entirely. The smarter path is to choose unsalted organic butter free from unnecessary additives and sodium. And even then, keep portions small. A dab can enhance flavor without tipping your kidneys into distress. Want something even safer? Consider extra virgin olive oil or avocado spread. Both are rich in monounsaturated fats, known to support heart health and reduce inflammation, a much gentler option for your kidneys. They add the same velvety touch without the hidden risks. Because in the end, protecting your kidneys isn't about deprivation, it's about awareness. Small changes lead to powerful results. And this content is essential to be universal in the nursing home and the clinic, where every dietary decision carries greater weight. Listen to your body. Let your choices reflect care, and allow your kidneys the space to heal. 5. Soda, the bubbly habit that may be silently breaking down your kidneys. It starts with a refreshing fizz, that crisp sound as you crack open a cold can. For many, soda is the go-to pick-me-up, sweet, bubbly, satisfying. But what if behind that familiar comfort is a quiet destroyer? A drink that, with every sip, places a heavier burden on one of the most vital organs in your body. Whether it's regular soda or the seemingly harmless diet version, the truth is, chilling sodas are among the most dangerous choices for your kidney health. Regular sodas are overloaded with sugar, causing your blood glucose to spike. Over time, frequent consumption increases the risk of obesity, diabetes, and protein leakage in the urine, a trifecta that slowly chips away at kidney function. As your kidneys struggle to filter toxins under constant metabolic stress, damage begins to accumulate, often silently. Think diet soda is safer. Not quite. While sugar-free, it's packed with artificial sweeteners like aspartame and saccharin compounds linked to type 2 diabetes and chronic kidney disease. Some research even suggests that regular diet soda drinkers face double the risk of declining kidney function. But there's a lesser-known threat hidden in both types: phosphorus additives. Used to preserve shelf life and enhance flavor, this synthetic phosphorus is highly absorbable and can lead to calcification inside the kidneys, while also drawing calcium from your bones, increasing your risk for both kidney and skeletal damage. Soda also dehydrates. The caffeine and high sugar content act as diuretics, pulling water from your system and creating a fluid imbalance, a dangerous spiral for anyone with kidney issues. If there's one habit to break, today let it be this: trade that soda for sparkling water with lemon or a few crushed berries. Your kidneys will feel the relief. Because this content is essential to be universal in the nursing home and the clinic, where even small choices can mean the difference between decline and healing. 6. Dried fruit. The sweet snack that could be secretly harming your kidneys. It looks so innocent: a handful of dried apricots, a few raisins sprinkled over your cereal, maybe a sweet, chewy date to satisfy your mid-afternoon craving. After all, it's fruit, right? Natural, wholesome. What could possibly go wrong? But here's the uncomfortable truth. When it comes to kidney health, especially for those dealing with proteinuria or chronic kidney disease, CKD dried fruit might not be the nutritious friend you think it is. It could be a silent saboteur. The problem lies in how dried fruit is made. When fruit is dehydrated, it loses its water, but all the sugar, potassium, and calories remain now densely packed into a much smaller portion. That tiny handful of raisins, it's the sugar and potassium equivalent of eating a full bunch of grapes, just without the hydration or the fullness that water provides. And this creates a double-edged threat. Let's talk potassium first. Prunes, raisins, apricots, and dates are naturally rich in potassium. While potassium is essential for nerve and muscle function in individuals with impaired kidneys, the body struggles to excrete the excess. The result is hyperkalemia, a potentially life-threatening condition where potassium builds up in the blood. Symptoms include muscle weakness, fatigue, irregular heartbeats, and, in extreme cases, sudden cardiac arrest. Then there's the sugar. Dried fruits have a high glycemic index, meaning they cause rapid blood sugar spikes. These spikes fuel inflammation throughout the body and can worsen protein leakage in the urine, placing even more strain on already vulnerable kidneys. Regularly eating dried fruit can also increase the risk of developing type 2 diabetes, one of the primary causes of kidney disease. But it gets worse. Many store-bought dried fruits are coated with extra sugar or glucose syrup disguised as natural sweetness. Some are even treated with sulfites to preserve color and texture additives that can trigger allergies or digestive issues in sensitive individuals. So does this mean you need to swear off fruit completely? Not at all. Fresh fruit in moderation is still a wonderful option. Apples, berries, and pears offer natural sweetness with far lower concentrations of sugar and potassium. Even better, they hydrate your body while providing essential fiber, helping your digestive system and supporting kidney function. Want something fun and kidney-friendly? Try freezing grapes or berries for a cool, refreshing snack that satisfies your sweet tooth without triggering a cascade of risks. In places like nursing homes and clinics, where patients often already face kidney challenges, these small dietary decisions matter. This content is essential to be universal in the nursing home and the clinic because what looks like a healthy snack on the outside can silently cause harm from within. Your kidneys are doing everything they can to protect you. Return the favor with mindful choices. 7. Vitamin D, the sunshine nutrient that could cast a shadow on your kidneys. We all know vitamin D is essential. It strengthens bones, boosts immunity, even lifts your mood on gloomy days. It's often called the sunshine vitamin. For good reason, your body naturally produces it when your skin is exposed to sunlight. But what if the very vitamin we praise for health and vitality could quietly be causing harm, especially to your kidneys? That's the hidden side of vitamin D most people never hear about. When taken in the right amount, it supports calcium and phosphorus absorption, two minerals vital for bone structure and muscle function. But in high doses, often through supplements, vitamin D can push those mineral levels too far, leading to hypercalcemia, too much calcium in the blood, and hyperphosphatemia, too much phosphorus. And this is where things turn dangerous. Excess calcium and phosphorus don't just sit in your bloodstream harmlessly. They start to bind together, forming calcifications, hard deposits that can lodge in soft tissues throughout the body, including your kidneys. These calcium phosphate crystals can clog the tiny filtering units in your kidneys, leading to reduced function, chronic inflammation, and over time, permanent kidney damage. For people with proteinuria or CKD, this adds fuel to the fire, accelerating the progression of kidney decline. What makes this more insidious is that vitamin D toxicity often has no early warning signs. You might feel perfectly fine while your kidneys are being burdened day by day. By the time symptoms surface, nausea, vomiting, fatigue, frequent urination, muscle weakness, the damage could already be serious. In extreme cases, it can even result in full-blown kidney failure. So how can you protect yourself? The answer lies in balance. If you're taking vitamin D supplements, it's essential to pair it with vitamin K2 and magnesium. Think of K2 as a traffic director. It helps guide calcium to where it belongs, like your bones, and away from places it shouldn't accumulate, like your kidneys or arteries. Magnesium, meanwhile, helps regulate how your body uses both vitamin D and calcium, minimizing the risk of imbalances. And above all, don't supplement blindly. Get your vitamin D levels tested before starting or adjusting a dose. What works wonders for one person could harm another, especially if kidney function is already compromised. Often the safest source of vitamin D is simply a few minutes of sunlight or foods, like salmon mushrooms or fortified dairy, which deliver it in a more natural, controlled form. Vitamin D is undeniably powerful. But when it comes to protecting your kidneys, power must always be handled with care. Balance it wisely, because sometimes even a nutrient meant to heal can hurt when we're not paying attention. 8. Cyanocobalamin, the common B12 supplement that could be quietly harming your kidneys. It's marketed as essential. You'll find it in multivitamins, energy boosters, B-complex blends, even in health shots. But few people realize that cyanocobalamin, the most commonly used form of vitamin B12 in supplements, carries a hidden risk. A risk that could be especially dangerous if you're already dealing with proteinuria, chronic kidney disease, CKD, or any form of compromised kidney function. Here's the unsettling part. Cyanocobalamin contains a small amount of cyanide. Yes, cyanide, the toxic compound infamous for its lethal effects in large doses. In healthy individuals, the body can usually process and eliminate these trace amounts through the kidneys without much issue. But if your kidneys are already under stress, the story changes dramatically. When your kidney function is impaired, your body's ability to filter toxins slows down. Instead of eliminating the byproducts of cyanocobalamin, including cyanide, These compounds can begin to accumulate, adding a toxic burden to organs that are already struggling. Over time, this can lead to increased inflammation, worsened protein leakage, and even further deterioration of kidney tissue. It's like tossing gasoline on a fire that's already burning. And it doesn't stop with cyanide. Weakened kidneys may also have difficulty processing inactive or synthetic forms of vitamins in general, which means these nutrients might not be absorbed efficiently and instead may linger in your system, becoming more of a burden than a benefit. So what's the smarter choice? Opt for methylcobalamin, the natural bioavailable form of B12. It's easier for the body to absorb, doesn't leave behind toxic byproducts, and is generally safer for individuals with kidney concerns. It might cost a little more, but the difference it makes for your health, especially your kidneys, could be priceless. If you or someone you care about is taking B12 supplements, check the label. This small action could mean protecting your kidneys from silent, unnecessary harm. Because knowledge is power, especially when it comes to your health. And if you found this information helpful, don't keep it to yourself. Like this post, share it with a friend and help raise awareness. Your kidneys and someone else's might thank you for it.